Well, this is a random video, and I do like random. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with like children's tales. um, I don't know why, but the Giving Tree, that child's tale came into my consciousness. And I honestly have never read this book, and I didn't really know much about it. And so I looked it up on YouTube, and they have like a full-on animated like version of the story on YouTube. And when I watched it, I don't know what it was about it, but it really made me sad. So sad. If you guys aren't familiar with the story, which I obviously wasn't, it's basically about a boy who, like, or actually, it's about a tree. And I guess she meets this little boy, and the boy likes to, like, climb her branches, and, she offers shade and things like that. And I don't know, as life goes on and time goes by, the boy grows up, and he finds a partner, and he needs money. And so the tree loves the boy so much that she was like, well, why don't you take my apples and you can sell them and make money, you know and so the boy would like take all the apples and just go off and make money. And then he wouldn't return for some time, and the tree was lonely, and the tree missed the boy. And then the boy would show up sometime later and say, hey, I need to build a house. And the tree loved the boy so much that she was like, well, you can cut my branches off, and you can take my branches and build yourself a house if that'll make you happy, you know. And so the boy cuts off all the tree's branches and builds a house, and then disappears for some time, only to return later on. And he asks the tree to that he wants a boat or something. And the tree is like, well, I don't have anything. You took my apples, you took my branches, and all I have is my trunk. And if it'll make you happy, I will let you cut down my trunk so you can build your boat and sail away. But my whole thing is like, I don't know, even just talking about it, I'm getting so sad. Because I feel like this tree just absolutely unconditionally loved this boy from the time he was, child, all the way up until, you know, the older stages of his life. And the boy just kept taking from this tree, giving nothing in return. And all the tree wanted was, his time and attention and company. And the boy just was an opportunist, I suppose, just wanted to take and take and take. Yeah, and towards the end of the boy's life, when he's like an old man, he finally returns again. And I don't know, the tree's happy to see him, always happy to see him, always loving on him. And she tells the tree that I have no more to give you. You have taken my apples, you have taken my branches. Like, all I am is a stump of myself. So at least I can offer you a place to sit. And throughout that story, not once did that boy say thank you or, you know, reciprocate the same love and care. And I was just like, man, that was kind of a setup for the narcissist and empath dynamic. And I suppose I got sad because I saw how destructive that was, and I could relate to it. You know, I'm sure you can relate to it, but I was just like, that's just, I don't know. That's what happens to people who just continuously love and give and care for other people's well-being. And like, we don't really ask for anything. I mean, the boy never even thanked the tree, and it became a stump of itself. Yeah, if you guys haven't, if you guys aren't familiar with that tree story or whatever, I mean, it's profound, and it kind of had me sitting up last night just thinking about that. You know how like I don't even really know what to think. Because in my heart of hearts, I do believe in loving and caring for others, but I guess in this season of my life, not to the detriment of my own well being, you know, because then you'll end up a stump of yourself, you know. I feel like the tree lacked boundaries, obviously, and the tree, even though the intentions were pure and her priority was, you know, caring and loving and making this boy happy, it was, she became nothing. She became nothing at the end. And I feel like we certainly, I don't know, is that part of the process? You know, because in the end, you know, does this really exist? This is a dream, right? It's our interpretation. It's our perception. But the boy never even recognized what he had. The boy was never grateful. The boy just kind of expected this tree to just give and give and give, and that's why it's called the giving tree, right? Um, I guess it's open to interpretation, but what I learned is this tree, as beautiful as she was and as beautiful as her intentions were, she just let somebody take and take and take until she became a stump. Do we want to be stumps, or do we want to flourish and grow and remain intact so that we can still share with others who are in need of our love and care, you know, who won't take us for granted, who will be grateful, who will reciprocate. You know, food for thought. Anyways, I will link this video below because, oh my gosh, it just was like a mind blowing, thought provoking story that I think everybody should see. Absolutely. Anyways, I hope you're well. I hope you are taking care of yourself. Don't let anyone make you a stump. I guess that's my takeaway from the story, you know? And like boundaries are needed. It's like I can give you apples, but you can't take them all. And as far as like my branches, I like to keep those so that people who are, I don't know, grateful and in need of my energy and my service, you know, I'm still intact, so I can do that. Yeah, dude, like low-key traumatizing. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, take care of yourself. Blessings to one and all. Amen.